Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chad Canty, and I'm here with Ben Ross, and we have a few things we would like to talk about today. We'll be starting off talking about the San Antonio Spurs. We will be including segments on Becky Hammon, Kawhi Leonard, and their future. To top it off, we'll be speaking about the NBA rookie ladder while comparing it to their with our own personal rookie ladder. Ben, would you like to start us off with the acquisition of Becky Hammon?
Thank you, Chad, and hello, everybody. Becky Hammon is now the assistant head coach of the San Antonio Spurs, previously a WNBA player for the San Antonio Silver Stars. She was a top 15 WNBA player of all times in 2011, a 7-time All-Stars in which she only played 3 games, a 1-time WNBA first team, and a 2-time All-WNBA second team, also a Silver Stars All-Decade team. In her college years, she was a WAC Freshman of the Year, WAC Tournament MVP in her freshman year, made WAC All First Class every year, and was a Kodak All-American team in the last 3 years of her college. She graduated from college with a degree in exercise and sports science, which will definitely be beneficial as an assistant head coach for the San Antonio Spurs. Her career stats are 13 points per game, 3.8 assists per game, 2.5 rebounds a game, 1.1 steals per game, and she averaged about 28 minutes a game. She has worked with the Spurs in the past, and this is what made the Spurs want to hire her. Coach Greg Popovich said, "I am very much looking forward to the addition of Becky Hammon to our staff. Having observed her working with our team this past season, I'm confident her basketball IQ, work ethic, and interpersonal skills will be a great benefit to the Spurs." I believe that Becky Hammon will make a very huge impact as an assistant coach for the Spurs, and will be great working alongside of Coach Greg Popovich. Now, looking at the Spurs' future, what do we think about their future, Chad?
I think their future is Kawhi Leonard. I say that because throughout the season, Kawhi had a few injuries. The large one was an infection in his right hand, and they went 7-8 without him. And since his return, they are 4-1 with him averaging 16 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, basically 2 steals and half a block. Those numbers are nothing to sneeze at. Those are respectable numbers considering who he has to play with. And I'm going to say this. I believe that Kawhi Leonard is just as important to the Spurs' present as he is to their future. What do you think about that?
I would strongly agree with that statement, as I see Kawhi Leonard as a very dominant player and soon to be All-Star, if not now already.
I believe, well, for comparison, when I compare Kawhi Leonard, I look at Charles Barkley.
Really?
Yeah. Looking at Kawhi Leonard's numbers, they aren't as great as Charles Barkley's, but they're similar as to play styles. Kawhi gets a decent amount of points, decent amount of rebounds, with not so many assists. Same as Charles Barkley. It's a real comparison, I find, personally.
Well, that's not a bad comparison at all, as Barkley's. Barkley's?
Barkley's.
Barkley's?
Barkley's.
Barkley's, okay.
Charles Barkley. That's the name.
Don't forget it, I guess. Yeah, that's not a bad comparison at all, as Charles Barkley was a very good and very favorable member of the Phoenix Suns back in the days.
What about Philadelphia?
He was good there, too.
Better in Philly.
I remember more as a Sun than I do as a 76er, though. But then again, the 76ers suck now, so what do you remember about the 76ers these days?
Charles Barkley, that's what. He was very good as a Sixer. Some of his better years was with the Sixers, actually.
Well, maybe that's a good thing to consider for the Sixers, is to be like, well, you suck right now, but look, you had Charles Barkley at one point.
Remember those days? Those Charles Barkley days? Those were good days. Now it's MCW.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, though, back to what we were talking about.
Kawhi Leonard versus Charles Barkley, or that sort of comparison right there, that actually is not that bad. Kawhi Leonard's doing really good for the Spurs, and has a huge impact role as a Spur right now.
He really does. It may not seem like it when you look at his numbers, but Kawhi Leonard does a lot of great things, especially on the defensive end. He's not a known scorer. He's not going to get you like 10 assists a game, but he will get you rebounds, hustle points, steals, great defense. He is arguably one of the greatest defenders in the NBA under my perspective.
Oh yeah, he's really proved himself well, and Greg Popovich keeps working with him and tells him that it's no longer the big three, it's the big one.
It's Kawhi Leonard now. Their future is going to be something special if built around Leonard, but how far can he carry a team? Remember, he's always played with Duncan, Manu, and Parker.
And how much time do those three have left?
Duncan, I believe, may be done after this year. His contract is up. Same with Manu. Contract is up. But will they resign?
Will they
Will
retire?
they stay another year?
Or will they retire?
I'm not sure if they're going to retire or not. Parker,
Are they content with what they have, though, too? That's another question.
with their surrounding pieces?
No, with what they've accomplished over the years as within the Spurs organization.
5 championships.
That's something to be content about.
Great averages, a winning team, just having the same coach. They've had a really great run with the same group of guys over the years. I think it's time for somebody else.
And I'm pretty sure I saw something not too long ago with the winningest franchise, and the Spurs are there at 70.6%
For what?
for wins.
For what? Yeah. Popovich was a great coach through his, 19 years now straight?
I'm not 100%
18,
sure.
19?
Something like that,
the
probably.
longest in sports history. I know that. His only losing record was his first season. After that, it was all like 50 wins, 60 wins, 45 wins. Great coach with a great team.
You put all those pieces together, and you got yourself a championship contender.
5 times in 19 years.
Not too bad. Just like when Robinson went out and they got Tim Duncan in the draft.
Yes. And that's whenever they became a very good team, whenever they acquired Duncan. It's never been the same.
And they are most likely I'm pretty sure they are the most international built team in the world right now. Or like in the NBA.
Yeah, because you have Duncan, American. Manu, is he from
Argentina.
And then you have Parker from France. Their big three is just around the world right now, so they are quite built around that. From the Spurs and the old. Let's move in with the new, with our NBA rookie ladder. Ben, give it to us.
So the NBA rookie ladder for week 13 is, in order from 1 to 10, Andrew Wiggins, Nerlens Noel, Nikola Mirotic, Elfrid Payton, KJ McDaniels, Yusuf Nurkic, Tarek Black, Zach LaVine, Shabazz Napier, and Joe Ingles. And our top 10 rookie list is Andrew Wiggins, Nerlens Noel, KJ McDaniels, Nikola Mirotic, Elfrid Payton, Tarek Black, Shabazz Napier, Nick Stauskas, Marcus Smart, and Dante Exum.
Who's Joe Ingles?
I wonder that same question to myself. All I know is that he plays for Utah Jazz.
I know he's 27 years old and he's a rookie. He also used to play, I believe, in the European League.
Oh, maybe he's got a decent resume on him.
Yeah, I checked. Not very many points.
Not all that beautiful. Okay.
5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and his best season was like a 9-3-3.
So let's just sit here and say that our top 5 basically matches the NBA's top 5, but our bottom 5 is completely different almost.
Yeah. Putting Andrew Wiggins first was almost a no-brainer.
No, it
As
wasn't
of
that
lately,
hard.
he's been going off. 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. That's a great game. And he just continues to get better and grow.
And Noel's doing really good for a center in Philly right now, too.
Noel is doing amazing as of lately. I remember at the beginning of the season without Michael Carter-Williams, he was trying to be kind of a point guard, maybe a 3 spot. And now he's really learning his role, and he's embracing it.
And then KJ McDaniels is also right in there, too.
KJ McDaniels is also doing very well.
But that's a nice young team over there in Philadelphia. And then Nikola Mirotic. Isn't he in Chicago?
He is in Chicago. He isn't doing that well as of lately, though. The last 10 games, he's only been shooting 31.3% from the field. Rebounding's going down. His fouling's going up. He's looking more like a 19-year-old rookie in his, first few games rather than a 23-year-old who played professionally for a while in one of the best European leagues there are.
And then we have Alfred Payton.
He's going to be something big. He's going to be big. He was a steal for 10th pick in the draft.
His dad played in the
He
CFL.
was an all-star, too.
Yeah.
Nothing like his father, though.
No, he's a basketball player.
Yeah. He's going to be something big in a few years.
Oh, no doubt about that. Watch him grow in Orlando.
Yeah. He grew.
He grew.
About an inch and a half.
And number 6, Tarek Black.
He is now a member of the Lakers. I was actually shocked when I heard that.
How'd that come about?
He was traded
From?
Houston to Los Angeles.
For?
No idea.
Oh, no. No information at all about this guy. He's not doing horrible, though.
He's not. He's doing better now that he is with Los Angeles.
Oh, he can play alongside the ball hog?
Kobe's out. Kobe's done for the season.
As of, a few days ago.
Yeah, torn rotator cuff, I believe it was.
Poor Laker land.
Is this the end of his career?
I'm thinking he's really close to retirement anyways. So he could be calling it quits by the end of this anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's go.
Remember this, folks. 14 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Kobe's last game.
Remember it well. Now going on to number 7, Shabazz Napier is a favorite for me, and I'm actually kind of shocked that he's in the top 10 of the rookie ladder, but I'm very impressed all at the same time.
As of lately, he's been averaging 29 minutes per game the last 3 games with Miami.
He's been doing really well with Miami lately.
Ever since getting called back up from the D-League, he's been doing very well. It's probably very good for him, too. Great experience.
He's quite improved, and I think the D-League was a very good thing for him.
The D-League is very underrated. A lot of people see it as, you're not good enough, but really it does help. It's a great place to go and develop.
It's a place where NBA players and D-League All-Stars can basically become 2, and you can go from an All-Star in the D-League to a pretty decent player in the NBA, and you can also go from the NBA down to the D-League and become a better player, so when you go back to the NBA, they're like, whoa, this guy got a whole lot better while he went down to the D-League. And Shabazz is showing why the D-League helps. Number 8 is Nick Stauskas from Canada.
Who plays with the Sacramento Kings.
And who's also on trade rumors now with the Sacramento Kings.
I can believe that. When teams draft players, look for potential and they think about the future. But you don't choose a player based on where they were supposed to be ranked by ESPN's top draft picks. You draft what you need.
And you also don't draft the same position you picked in the lottery last year. Ben
McLemore.
I like Stauskas. I think he'll be a great player in the NBA.
Just not with Sacramento.
I just think that the way Sacramento's built, he's just in the wrong spot right now.
He is. They have a good rotation without him already. And again, Ben McLemore, you picked him last year. You have Rudy Gay.
Let's go back a couple years. The Boogie Cousins draft. The year before that, they drafted another center.
Evans, Tyreek Evans?
No, they drafted Thomas.
Thomas? Was that
Thompson.
Tyrese Thompson? Yes. Okay, Thompson. I remember that.
They drafted Thompson, and the year after, they drafted DeMarcus Cousins.
Are they looking for a 6th man?
We don't understand. But then again, they just got a new owner last year. And do you know what new owners like to do? They like to splash around and get...
Masai Ujiri, for example, with the Raptors. Bye, Bargnani. Bye, Rudy Gay.
Welcome to the team, everybody new.
Number 9, who do we have on there, man?
Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics.
We put Smart on there?
We did.
Well, to his credit, he is doing not very well. He's doing okay for a rookie.
They beat the Nuggets last night.
They did beat the Nuggets last night. When was that? A couple nights ago? 2 nights ago? Evan Turner? Game-winning 3?
Yeah.
Who was that against, the Bulls?
No, but I remember seeing that. I'm not 100% sure who that was against.
In a couple years, it's going to be Marcus Smart taking that shot.
Yeah. That's a young team. They're going to
evolve, and Marcus Smart is going to be
a playoff contender someday.
Every team's going to be a playoff contender.
Let's move on. Number 10, Dante Exum.
That is one of my personal favorites. He is so young.
He's got quite the ceiling ahead of him, and it's actually very open wide.
He's even starting over Trey Burke.
That's very impressive for a rookie to be doing right now.
Especially at the age of 19.
Yeah.
He is doing very well. Someone Ben and I know, Will, said that he is the next Kobe Bryant. We're going to say that's a bit of over-exaggeration.
He's got a nice ceiling and not a very nice floor, so he can basically go off, or he can basically have his really bad games, is what he...
His 3-point percentage is terrible. It's at .317.
What's he doing for assists?
For assists, we're looking at 2.
Oh, not too bad.
But he is averaging 20 minutes a game. So the potential's there, but he's frozen. He's not raw. But give it a couple years.
He'll
develop into what the hype is.
And that's our rookie ladder.
Ben, who's your favorite rookie on there? Besides Shabazz Napier.
I'm going to have to go with Nick Stauskas.
Really?
Yes. And also because of the fact that one of my friends, Brad, is like a huge Stauskas fan right now. And I have to shout out to him because of the fact that he loves Nick Stauskas. And Nick Stauskas was actually a great guy for them to pick up. But it's turning into be like a bust now.
He was a good guy. If they wouldn't have picked Ben McLemore last year, Nick Stauskas would have been a very understandable draft pick.
The idea of playing Nick Stauskas and Ben McLemore together is just unrealistic, as you'd have to make one of those two guard players like LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Kevin Durant, just to name a few.
But they have Rudy Gay.
Yeah. What's that going to do for them in the long run?
Nothing. It's like a virus. Everywhere she goes, team gets worse. Sorry, Rudy.
Don't you have another guy, Josh Smith?
Oh yeah, Josh Smith. Josh Smith and Rudy Gay, both small forwards / power forwards. And they're both viruses. Wherever they go, they make a team worse.
But Houston's still doing good with Josh Smith.
Yeah, but Josh Smith doesn't have a great role.
There you go.
Like Josh Smith with a starter on the Pistons, they get rid of him. Boom! 8-2 first 10 games out. Remember? What team was he on before?
Detroit.
And then before that? Atlanta. And now where are they? Top in the East.
Yeah. Look at Detroit now. They're just flying.
And then when you look at Rudy Gay, he was with Memphis. Now look at Memphis doing amazing.
Went to Toronto. Yeah, Toronto's doing really well.
And now he's with Sacramento. Not doing so well.
Do they have something to do with this or not? Thanks everybody for tuning in. As for today, I've been your host, Ben Ross. With me, Chad Canny.
Hey.
And this has been your fix. Have a good week, everybody.